What can you?
This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com, and I'm with UFC pioneer, former WCW superstar Tank Abbott, and he's going to review the 1988 highest rated episode of Saturday Night's Main Event ever. I think it did about a 14 rating, which is a crazy rating that they couldn't even imagine these days. And the main event was Hulk Hogan himself against Andre the Giant. So why don't you press play for us here in this 420 review, which we're not showing the 420 part on camera. But let's press play here. Okay, here we go. Virgil, is the volume there? There's no volume.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Can you turn it down a touch? Sally, did you see the picture? Sally is Tank's lovely wife here. Did you see the video Virgil put out with his balls hanging out of his pants like an idiot? Yeah, it was quite something. Listen to the crowd. You just don't hear a crowd like that these days. Tank, you don't partake in those 420 activities very often, do you?
No, it's not something that I get overly thrilled about. But I've been known to forget about it and try it one more time.
Who was the most over baby face you were ever in the ring with?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
They're all ugly to me, but
yeah. But you can feel it even when you're a heel. If you're with a baby face like that.
Oh, you know, Sting. I've been in the ring with Sting, and he was the loudest top heel or face that I ever got in Baltimore. The crowd absolutely went insane. I was like, oh my god. And that was for Sting.
What did you think of Hulk Hogan when you were like, I guess you were a barroom brawler at this point in time when Hogan was fighting Andre, and who do you predict to win? I'm going to assume you don't remember the finish to this. I do. But what's your prediction?
Once again, you can't go wrong dealing with Andre.
Andre the Giant, one of Tank Abbott's favorite. Hey, have you heard about all this crap going on with the $1 Million Man lately? With the embezzlement and so forth.
No, I've been around the edges of it, and then I forget about it. I didn't know it was still going on. What was your word that you heard?
His son's in a lot of trouble. I don't know if his ministries received money that was supposed to go to the poor. But I'm not an expert on the whole situation. It doesn't sound like a very good situation.
By far, you know, and wow, I went back from the airport with him in my van, and he seemed to have quite a few stories. It's too bad that somebody like that's getting in trouble.
Hogan's in trouble here.
Yeah,
we have the biggest Andre the Giant fan.
Andre got him, no doubt.
Why did the girls love Andre so much?
I mean, I was a kid. I mean, he was like the biggest thing there was. We're like, he's got to kill everyone.
Would you say he was handsome?
No, he was just going to kill people. Look how big he is.
So that was the appeal. Uh-oh. It looks like your prediction might be right.
he set the bar pretty low for me.
Christopher Juarez wants to know if you still talk to Tito Ortiz.
No, unless there's no. I've seen him around, and he usually cowers and runs the other way. Wasn't Tito just here? No. He must have seen me walking around and said, I better leave.
You notice the crowd is like packed in this, and you just don't see that nowadays, unless it's for WrestleMania or something.
Right.
What do you think wrestling would have to do to ever get back to this point?
Well, you just gotta. I'm not some guy who knows anything about anything, but the toughest guy should be the guy that wins no matter what, crowd favorite or not, and let bad things happen to bad people.
Garrett wants to know who's your all-time favorite wrestler other than Hannibal.
Oh, wow. Once again, Andre.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got Hogan in a load of trouble here.
We're both Andre fans, always have them. Go Andre.
What do you guys think of Jesse the Body as we hear him commentate here?
I don't know too much about him, so seems like he's opinionated and became governor, so must be doing something. Yeah, I don't know anything about him being in the business or anything.
Wade wants to know if Rick Rude is as tough as everyone says, in your opinion. As we see Virgil getting involved here. God damn you, Virgil.
I'll go away, Virgil.
Oh, there he is. Oh, my God. No.
Who's a bigger slime ball, Virgil or Lanny Poffo? Supposedly they both can give themselves autofellatio.
Oh, good for him. Wow.
That's what they're most famous for.
There he is. There's $1 million guy right there.
There's Andre. Would you have wanted to fight Andre? There's some guys that you'd be a little leery of facing. Do you think Hogan really ratted Jesse Ventura out about the union?
Nothing surprises me in professional wrestling.
The Roy Dog wants to know which wrestler would have been most likely to always have weed in WCW.
Gosh, I don't know. I wasn't around that scene.
Michael, I'll just answer this for you. Yes, Lanny Poffo is a loser, a total weirdo. The only thing funny about him is how odd he is. Who is the weirdest wrestler you ever were around?
No.
Uh-oh. Andre's in trouble. Andre is in trouble. What would you do as a fighter to protect yourself against Hogan at this point? If you started doing this.
No, get up, no. No, he doesn't see it. Go, get up, Andre. Come on, Andre, get up.
What are you weighing now, by the way, Tank?
I'm estimating like 230.
230.
Nice and comfortable.
Now, what's going on with the referees here?
Virgil, that
Get him.
scoundrel.
Yeah. Knock him out.
Virgil apparently still doesn't have a cell phone. Uh-oh. This is it. Uh-oh. Was the shoulder up, though? Why is Virgil in there? What a despicable swine of a human being. Do you remember Macho Man's rap?
No, but Mach, as everybody called him, was totally super cool to me. Don't know any other reason or any other place and time or space that is that I can make a judgment on him. But with my dealings with Mach, we're all top shelf. He wasn't a bad guy to me.
All right, what's going on here? You have any idea?
Andre, yeah.
Was 3 count the highlight of your WCW career?
It was all right. Yeah, sure.
Did you ever get any offers coming to WWE after WCW?
Never even talked to him 1 second.
What's your opinion of William Regal? Is he tough or?
You know what? I had very limited time to be around him. He was a couple of rings away from me at the power plant helping people out, but I never really had any interaction with him.
All right, so what's happening here? Andre's becoming the champion. Your man is winning. There's that devil. That's complete. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Were you a Hulk Hogan fan?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
What was your favorite 3 count song?
I don't know her name.
Do you impersonate any wrestlers or fighters?
Not really. Not really. But that's not really. Not doing Macho Man. I wouldn't even dream of doing that.
Do you remember Oleg Tatarov?
Yes, I do.
In a good way or bad way?
Never said anything to sway either way. But I don't like the fact that he had a easy way through UFC 6 and then fought me for almost 15 minutes before the fight was over. And he really didn't have any fight because they were all set up and molded around him. That I was tired after fighting the 2 biggest guys in the tournament. And,
Twin referees here.
yeah. Uh-oh.
What the hell's going on? Is this drama or what? How would you rate this?
It's awesome.
Sean Wood wants to know if you have any ring rat stories with your wife sitting right beside me.
No, I really don't. No, I don't remember him.
Are you more of a macho maniac or Hulkamaniac?
I'm 50-50 on that one.
Did you ever meet The Undertaker?
Yes, a couple times.
What was he like?
Quiet and cool and kind of an introvert. I don't know, maybe in a good way. Seemed like he just liked to sit back and take everything in. But he was a nice guy.
It's poor sportsmanship by Hulk there. Someone wants to know what your cycle was when you were throwing 600 pounds up on bench. He says test, D-ball, and GH. As we see Hulk Hogan throwing one of his tantrums.
You know.
Did you yell in your promos?
No, I never got to that point.
Did you like or dislike the Ultimate Warrior? I don't think you ever met him, but did you meet him as a fan? Or did you watch him?
No, I see him now and then on these kind of shows, but I don't usually make it too far.
What do you think about the drug testing right now in boxing and MMA?
Sure, why not?
Very good. Well, fans, what would you rate Andre versus Hogan Saturday Night Main Event 1988? Thumbs up, thumbs down. What's star rating for the highest rated wrestling show that I can remember?
Who's that? That's not Jesse the Body, is it?
Yes, it is.
It's.
The lovely Elizabeth.
Oh, I love that.
I don't even know. Oh, this is SummerSlam 88. Fans, you're going to get a bonus here. SummerSlam 88. The Mega Powers, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage taking on the Mega Bucks, Andre the Giant, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and the Mega Powers have the lovely Elizabeth on the outside. Prediction.
Wow.
What would you rate? Who would you think is going to win? The Mega Powers or the Mega Bucks?
Oh, you cannot go against Andre.
What would you rate Elizabeth out of 10?
Oh, well, I'm going to look good. Look at her. I'll give you a rating.
Did you have much interaction with Macho Man?
Oh, no. I mean, only just from the shows and everything. Respectful guy. And it was pretty cool.
What about Bobby the Brain Heenan? Did you talk to him much, or was he already gone by the time you were in there?
No, he was still around. Didn't really see much of him other than like at the show. So nothing more than good things to say about him. He wasn't known for any reason.
Oh,
There we go.
so do you think Jesse? Oh, those chops. What was your reaction when you would receive a chop in wrestling?
Only chops that I really took, like would be like from Barbarian. I kept on yelling at him, harder, harder. You ain't bothering me. Lay it in there. And he kept chopping, and I kept screaming more. And he ended up losing the fight, I'm sure.
Did you see the Derek Lewis fight on the weekend?
No, I haven't seen much fighting lately. I don't know why.
Did you ever have a championship match?
In what? In ultimate
In
fighting?
either fighting or wrestling?
As far as what? I don't get that question.
Did you ever fight for a world championship?
Oh, the championship? Yeah,
Yeah.
well, in wrestling, I was in the WCW Heavyweight World Championships. Sid Vicious in Minnesota. And then I've been to many tournament finals more than any other fighter. And I've been there. I don't know if I necessarily need to run into things. I think people can make their own decision on who's who.
Did you watch Batista's MMA fight?
No, I haven't seen it. He was into it. I haven't even
He had
seen
one
it.
fight.
How did that go for him? Not good?
He won, but it was against Tomato Can.
On par fight for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
What did you like more, anyways, MMA or wrestling?
totally two different pieces of fruit, apples and oranges, but fun, but different kinds of fun. Either way, but wrestling was definitely a rock and roll party, full of athletes instead of musicians, and it was a fun little ride at the time.
Did you ever have a beer with Oleg Tiktarov?
Not that I remember. I might have, though. Could ring a bell.
Somebody says they're watching from Australia.
Oh, good man.
Would you ever travel over there?
I have been there. I was there, and when the America's Cup was in Fremantle, we went there, and then we flew all the way around. All the way to Cairns, and uh, Sydney, and all those places. But yeah,
Have you done MMA in any countries other than the U.S.?
yeah, Japan, Brazil. Uh, about it.
Uh-oh, Elizabeth is getting involved here.
Yeah, I see. She's all right for
I-
maybe. I don't know that.
I know you didn't get along well with Luger. Do you think Luger played more of a role in her death than people might be aware of?
I wouldn't find it. Oh, geez, you remember that big fat guy sitting on you? Look at huge giant sitting on you, man. Oh, that guy hurt like he was bleeding. I'd be like, holy, come on, yeah. Look at that. There's no competition for big Andre.
Any thoughts on Bob Sapp?
Well, Bob seems to be a cool guy. I was with him down in WCW, and he was pretty much stand-up guy, and I'm happy for his success in Japan and everything else. But um, all the best to him.
Thoughts on Ron Waterman?
Not much. I don't really think about Ron Waterman because I don't know who he is. I never thought of him before.
What about this nerve hold Andre's putting on Hulk right now?
I don't know how. It sounds like a rattlesnake bite since we're out here in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
And it just slowly is seeping into your system and just killing you with those big chops.
Any thoughts on Ric Flair, speaking of those chops?
I don't know much about him. I don't keep in contact with him, but I guess he's doing his thing and he's still kicking and running around doing the Ric Flair that he is.
He still has a job with WWE.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on CM Punk's foray into MMA?
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I get the gist of what I hear flying around, or it wasn't too good of an outing for CM Punk. But yeah,
Who would win between you and CM Punk in
well,
2020?
obviously, I think I can, on my given day without any problems, I could beat anybody up in the world. But so he's watching this. Come on, Hulk.
Come on, Hulk. I thought you wanted Andre to win.
I want Hulk, but Andre's going to win. You can't go against him. Oh, there's a sleeper. Amazing.
What was your experience like at the Satima Super Arena?
Oh, sleepy. Um, they had that jet lag timing just perfect, man. I was literally sound asleep 5 minutes before I was walking down this bright stage up a scissor ramp. It was kind of like a time warp thing. And I went out and fought one of the Japanese judo guys. And it was like, oh wow, that was strange. It was kind of like I was sleepwalking, but it was a good time. It was crazy. There was a lot of people there.
Who would win between Kurt Angle, Kurt Hennig, and Rick Steiner in a shoot fight?
Gosh, I don't know. I give each of them a third. Any or however many there were, that all those names were all in the same basket, just a different shape.
How is the match going so far?
Just the way they want it to be, even.
As I enjoy this lovely vaporizer. What did you think of Macho Man?
Once again, he's a cool guy.
Did you know Bad News Brown was an Olympic silver bronze medalist in judo?
No,
Why was there never an Abbott versus Gracie fight like that?
probably because the Gracies would have got their ass kicked, and Cheetos about as real as what we're watching right now.
Macho Man showboating here. He's paying the price.
$1 million prize.
Do you know Daniel Puder, the guy that was in Tough Enough and did, I think he's 8-0 in MMA. He put in like an arm lock on Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, I know. I've never met the man ever. I had to struggle to remember that guy's name that was part of that.
How do you feel about the wrestling ratings dropping year after year?
Well, I think wrestling's going to be around for a long time. I think it's cyclical. It almost comes full circle, and then it'll start a whole nother circle. So ups and downs are part of the business.
How many bars have you been banned from?
Oh gosh, quite a few. Like I said, I'm a funaholic. I like to have fun.
How would you train for your fights?
Wrestle, box, lift weights, fight, and go from there. But I'm just checking out $1 Million Man. Boy, he was kind of skinny back then. Right.
Yeah, he's one they let go without really taking steroids. So many of them were on steroids back then.
Yes, but this match got me.
Chris wants to know if Dana White's legit tough.
Just like everybody else is. I don't know. Everybody's a tough guy. I'll tell you one thing. I did have my money on him over him and Tito boxing.
You would have picked Dana over Tito. That's funny.
Oh, for sure.
Did you ever meet the Iron Sheik?
I saw him at my last autograph show signing. Never found the right time to say, "Hey, can I have an autograph or a picture with you?" So the time never came up, so I didn't get a chance to say, "Hey, snap a quick one."
I see. What are your thoughts on Joe Rogan? You'd be an interesting guest on Joe Rogan. As we see Hulk Hogan starting to fire up here.
Still, you can't bet against Andre. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
See, look, here it is. Andre, see.
It's a hell of a
Come on, Andre, hurry.
Who would win between you and Andre in a beer drinking challenge?
Without a doubt, Andre would much rather be the giant right there. But I mean, look at that man. That man is huge. Gino used to say he put away some legendary vodka amounts. Amounts of vodka.
This is a long match.
Mm-hmm.
What was your most hard street fight?
You can't really, it's like, it's not something you can say about being, the woman's getting involved.
Wow, did Elizabeth ever have a sexy physique back then? Billy Graham on commentary. Who would have won between you and GSP?
Yeah. I haven't been 160 pounds since almost 40 years. In fact, well over 40 years.
Uh-oh, Macho Man's making a big comeback here. I really miss crowds that were this into it. Oh, the hesitation. I don't know if a crowd can ever get like that into wrestling again. Match rating.
Crowd.
Herb wants to know, why does Tito Ortiz marry horse? You actually explained to me why earlier. Yes, well, I'll close out this 420 match review. Thank you for